When you're solving an equation and it's a word problem, you're going to need to read through the question probably 2 or 3 times to really get an understanding of what the question is asking. Remember to focus on the question. That will help you to determine what you're looking for and what you should make your variables represent. In this case, you have the Royal Fruit Company, and it sells 2 types of fruit drink, tropical tangy and berry good. Combining 75 pints of tropical tangy with 105 pints of berry good gives 180 pints of a mixture that is 70% pure fruit juice. Combining 10 pints of tropical tangy with 110 pints of berry good gives 120 pints of the mixture that is 90% pure fruit juice. Okay? The question asks, what are the percentages of pure fruit juice in tropical tangy and berry good? Okay, so these are going to be our variables. The percentage of pure fruit juice in tropical tangy will be one variable. We're going to call that X%. And the percentage of pure fruit juice in berry good we'll call Y%. Okay, now if you know the percentage of fruit juice in tropical tangy, and you know how many pints you have, you multiply those two things together, that will give you the amount of pure fruit juice in the mixture. So that's how we're going to kind of set up our equation. The amount of pure fruit juice in mixture from tropical tangy plus the amount of pure fruit juice in the mixture from the berry good is going to equal the total amount of pure fruit juice in the mixture. Okay? So what you're going to do is we're going to take this sentence here. We are given that mixing 75 pints of tropical tangy with 105 pints of berry good gives 180 pints of a mixture that is 70% pure fruit juice. Okay, so like I said, we're going to take the number of pints of tropical tangy and multiply it by the percent of fruit juice it is. And so that's what X is. So you get basically X% times 75. Or if you say 75X, it's the same thing. Okay, and then you're going to add that to 105 times Y%. Okay? And then you're going to set that equal to, you have 70% pure fruit juice at 180 pints. So you multiply those together. Okay? So that's one equation. And then the next piece of information that you're given says also we are given that the mixing 10 pints of tropical tangy with 110 pints of berry good gives 120 pints. Okay? That is 90% pure fruit juice. Okay, so we're going to set this up. We take our 10 pints of tropical tangy, we multiply it by the percent of pure fruit juice in tropical tangy, which is X. So you get X% times 10, plus you're going to add that to the number of pints of berry good that you have, which is 110. Okay, and that's going to be times by Y%, which is the percent of pure fruit juice in berry good. You're going to set that equal to the total percentage of fruit juice times the total number of pints that you have in your final product. Okay? You're going to take these two equations. Now if you notice, there's these little percent symbols on here that's on purpose. So remember that a percent is over 100. So we want to kind of get rid of the percent concept here, and so what you're going to do is if you just take that and you put it over 100, then you can drop the percent symbol. Okay? So you're going to do that for your Y as well. And then 70%, we're going to change that to 70 over 100. Okay? Now, basically, now if I take this equation and I multiply both sides of the equation by 100 and I distribute it to each of the terms, remember a term is separated by addition or subtraction. So this is one term, and this is another. When I do that, the 100s will pretty much just cancel out, and you're going to be left with, let's go down here, 75x plus 105y equals 70 times 180. Okay? You're going to do the same thing to your other equation. You write your x% times 10. You're going to write that as x over 100. You write your y% as y over 100. 90% as 90 over 100. Times everything here by 100. Remember, you can do that because it's an equation. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other side and keep it equal. Okay, so that's essentially the hundreds in the denominator are going to cancel out. It's going to leave you with 10x plus 110y equals 90 times 120. Okay, now I would multiply this 90 times 120 and the 70 times 180, and you get this equation here. 75x plus 105y equals 12,600, and 10x plus 110y equals 10,800. Now you have a system of equations, and you solve that using your system of equation rules. So you could look here for, try to find the, the smallest number that you could use to multiply to get rid of your x's or your y's. But I think it's just faster in this case when you have big numbers. Just go ahead and multiply the top equation by 10, so you'll get 750x, and the bottom equation by negative 75, so you'll get negative 750x, and you'll be able to eliminate the x's. Okay, so essentially remember, if you need to multiply each term by 10. Okay, so you can see that's what they did here in this second line, and which equals this 750x plus 1050y plus 126,000. Okay, now you take the second equation, like we said, multiply everything by negative 75, that's this here, and that's going to go ahead and give you negative 750x plus a negative 8,250y, and that's going to equal a negative 810,000. And so you're going to go ahead and add those together. The x's cancel each other out. Your y, you get negative 7,200y equals a negative 684,000. You then will divide both sides by a negative 7,200, and that gives you y equals 95. Then you're going to take that value for y equals 95 and plug it back into either one of your original equations. It looks like they took the top equation. Okay, replace y with 95. So you're going to multiply that together, subtract it from both sides. So that gives you, you're going to subtract 9975. Gives you 2625. Divide both sides by 75, and you get x is 35. And there's your solution. That's going to be 35% and 95%. So we come back here and remember that x is the percentage of pure juice in tropical tangy. So that's going to be 35% pure juice in tropical tangy, and berry good is 95% pure juice.